Hello, race fans, and welcome back to the final round of the Midwest Formula One Championship here at Singapore. We're at the Marina Bay Street Circuit under the bright lights, ready to get qualifying underway. As you can see, a McLaren diving out of the pits right away. Got it set up on there quick and getting ready to go. A few other cars, you got a Renault, his teammate, and an AlphaTauri. You can see a Ferrari leaving, a Red Bull. Everybody excited to get out on track and get this final race underway. One moment. Alright, round 12 here in the third season of the Midwest Formula One Championship. And if my math is correct, the Ferrari driver of Hammer 383 RS has clinched the Drivers' Championship here in Season 3. He'll move on to the next division at the start of the following season. Congrats to the Ferrari driver Hammer. The standings are pretty close though with the drivers behind him, so if you guys will move up as well with him, we'll hop on board with the McLaren of... that is Snooker. Snooker is the next driver, or the first driver I guess so to speak, out on track right now, so we'll hop on board with him as he begins his first hot lap coming around the final corner. Crossing the finish line and he'll get going. That is a difficult corner to take. It's extremely easy to break traction, so hopefully he can keep the car under wraps. As he gets into the DRS zone, you can see a Mercedes there pulling off track as Snooker flies through. He's on the soft compound tire. A few guys are trying to start on the mediums, so we'll see how that goes for him. Just getting my track info up here. Quick right-hander, he's almost to the bridge now, heavy braking zone. Left-hand hairpin on the power as he flies across the bridge over the open water of the bay. A couple drivers have hot laps begun right now. Currently holding on to a purple first sector, but that could change at any moment. Oh, and he invalidates. He'll need to take another lap around the track. So we'll try to find the driver behind him. That'll be the Renault of Lone Wolf, followed very closely by his teammate, the Rob. As both cars come across the line, they'll set simultaneous hot laps. The Rob steals it from his teammate, going 1:37.784. Fastest time of the session at the moment. Lone Wolf setting a 1:38.9. Murphala 1:38.1 in the AlphaTauri. Dead text message stealing provisional pole from the Rob with a 1:37.088. Hammer, the current champion, I believe, setting a 1:37.242. Good enough for second place as it stands in the Ferrari. You can see an Alfa Romeo coming around. That'll be DDL. He'll go fourth fastest with a 1:38.169. And a Williams diving into the pits. I can see another McLaren. That is Snooker's teammate, Cobain. On the soft tire, McLaren will go 7th fastest with a 1:47.37. Cruise on down the grid. I can see a Mercedes coming around. That is Texas Rooster. Texas-sized Mercedes coming across the line in 9th position so far with a 1:41.016. Team B7 going 6th fastest overall with a 1:38.7. Good enough for 6th position at the moment. Alfa Romeo coming around. Feeman going 9th fastest with 1:39.3. Spaceman coming across the line with a 1:40.506 on the medium tire. You can see a couple other mediums there in the middle of the pack. So hopefully they can hang on to that. Some good times out of those medium tires. And looks like we got a Williams coming around. That's dead text message. He'll dive into the pits, followed by Hammer. Alright, we got double stacks here in the pit lane as the Ferrari just squeaks by. The AlphaTauri trying to squeeze in there as well. All sorts of cars in the pit right now. Looks like Cobain's trying to improve his time. He's 2/10 up at the moment. If he can hang on to it coming around the final corner. He won't though. He'll dive into the pits. We got a Haas coming around. Missed it. That is Ulick. I missed it. He'll go 7th fastest overall, improving his time over his last lap by 2/10. 1:38.938 for the Haas on the mediums. Seeing Mercedes coming around again. Texas Rooster improves his time, but not his position. Feeman diving into the pits in the Alfa Romeo. Spaceman on an in lap. Zareska, Team B7's teammate with Red Bull. Coming into the tricky section here. It's caught a lot of carbon fiber over the years. Alright, coming around the final turn, starting his hot lap. Alright, good job, takes a good amount of curb. Gets on the power early. It's a tricky corner to come out of, very easy to lose the rear end, but he's doing quite well in that Red Bull. Gets that rear wing open. Looks like there was a... Oh, McLaren just getting out of the way of the drivers. Sitting at purple sector 1 is Zareska. He's moving, flinging that Red Bull around the track. He's showing some serious pace here on this tricky circuit. Gets on the power early, coming across the bridge under the lights. As he comes through turn 15 and 16, entering the 3rd sector here. Oh, and he hits the wall in the overpass. I don't know if he can salvage that lap. He's missing a big portion of his wing. He hangs on to it though. Fantastic recovery from Zareska, going 3rd fastest overall with a 1:37.4. Guaranteed, maybe not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed. That was a pole position lap. Had he not hit the wall. Hammer sitting in 2nd position. And M Rager going fourth fastest with a 137.643. You can see a Racing Point coming around. That'll be Raimai, a reserve tonight for Racing Point. Raimai will go 15th overall with a 141.274 on the softs. Cobain going 13th fastest, 147.37. See a Williams coming around. That is Nitwit. See what kind of a lap Nitwit puts in for Williams as you hop on board as he comes around the final corner onto the pit straight. He'll go 12th fastest with a 139.9. Also on the softs. Looks like his teammate text message diving into the pits. Those Ferraris are coming around on board with Hammer, currently sitting on the top of the leaderboard. He may improve. He does. Cuts 7/10 off his lap, going with a 136.518. Hammer sitting on provisional pole here in Singapore. Fantastic lap from the Ferrari. Tiger NASCAR coming across the line. He'll go fastest with a 136.287, cutting 2/10 off of Hammer's time on the mediums. NASCAR showing some serious pace tonight. Fantastic lap. Provisional pole for Haas. They'll be happy about that. Cobain starting his next hot lap. Flinging the McLaren around. Oh, it loses the back end a bit, but manages to hang on. Raimai on an in lap. Nitwit will be next across the line. He is on an in lap as well. Raimai just staying at... Oh, he's diving into the pits there. Hop on board with Mo Powa. Oh, almost loses the back end coming around the final corner there. It is a tricky one. It's very easy to lose traction. But he hangs on. He's going for a medium lap. Looks like the majority of the field opted for the softs, trying to move themselves up the qualifying standings. So we'll see how that works out for these guys. Snooker trying to improve his time. He does. He'll bump 7/10 off, move himself up a few places into 9th. Snooker ML with a 138.462 in the McLaren. Good enough for P9 at the moment. Good way to bump himself up into the top 10. Fee-Man starting his next hot lap for Alfa Romeo on the softs. Cool shot from the back of the Alfa Romeo there. I can see an AlphaTauri coming around. Murfala starting his next hot lap for AlphaTauri. DDL on an out lap, just starting his next hot lap. Only 3.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Looks like Mo Powa invalidated his last lap there, so he'll need to make another trip around. Oh! And almost hits a Williams that was on track. Hopefully that didn't impede his hot lap too badly. That was extremely close there. Hopefully Mopao can shake that near miss off and still hammer out a good lap. So here's an Alfa Romeo coming across the line. Fee-Man bumps himself up a few places into P9 with a 138.356. Alfa Romeo sitting pretty in P7 and 9. AlphaTauri coming across the line. Murfula moves himself up a few places. P5 for the AlphaTauri, 137.464. Mopao gave up on his lap. NASCAR retiring in the pits. Looks like Hammer is headed out, wanting to take pole position away. Brand new set of softs. See if he can bump himself up a few tenths. Text message, headed into the pits. Hammer may just have enough time. He's really going to have to burn around the track if he wants to make it in time to set another lap. The Red Bull coming across the line, I did miss it. Zareska starting another hot lap here. See an Alfa Romeo coming around, I don't know. Looks like Fee-Man's on an in lap. He's about a couple seconds, I believe, behind his time. See, he will dive into the pits. I can see a Renault coming across the bridge over the bay. The Lone Wolf. I imagine he's on an in lap by the looks of it. Spaceman in the Black Arrow. He's going to have just enough time to bring himself across the line for one more hot lap here in Singapore. Lone Wolf diving into the pits. Spaceman getting on the power. He'll come across the line with just enough time. 15 seconds remaining here in qualifying the Singapore Grand Prix in the Marina Bay circuit. We know that Spaceman's on a hot lap. Oh. Murfula into the wall. Oh, and Hammer won't quite get there. Tiger NASCAR sitting on pole position if nobody steals it away. You can see a Red Bull coming around. That is Zareska. He won't improve his time. Got an AlphaTauri there. Murfula. Seen him he's completely missing the front end of his car. So it's all up to Spaceman in the... Oh, and he's invalidated. That'll be it. Qualifying's over. He does have time to dive into the pits or cross the line, and that'll finish qualifying. Tiger NASCAR in the Haas, setting the fastest lap of the session with a 136.287. Heck of a lap on those medium tires. Old Gunther will be happy about that. As we wait for Spaceman to come around to solidify the results. He'll jump into the pits. As the Mercedes crew pull the car into the garage. Cue the Jeopardy sound. There we go. Tiger NASCAR sitting on pole position here under the lights of Marina Bay with a 136.287. Hammer starting on the first row for Ferrari. P3 goes to Dead Text Message in the Williams. P4 is Zareska and Red Bull. P5 Murfala and AlphaTauri. P6 goes to M Rager, Hammer's teammate. P7 the Rob. P8 DDL, followed by his teammate Feeman, and P9 Snooker rounding out the top 10. Team B7 will pull in P11 for Red Bull. Ulick holding on to P12. Lone Wolf P13. Nitwit P14. 15th goes to Spaceman. Cobain taking 16th. 17th going to Texas Rooster. Raimai taking P18. And Mo Powa going in P19 for Racing Point, failing to set a time, unfortunately. He'll be looking to get that Driver of the Day challenge. See how many spots he can make up here in Singapore. It looks like a pretty nice evening. Being so close to the water here, it does tend to rain, but I'm thinking that we may have a dry race this evening. As the drivers set their final setups, get ready to head out on track. Everyone anxiously awaiting getting the cars on the grid. So Hammer currently sitting in first position in the standings. I believe the gap is big enough that he secured the championship. I could be wrong. Tiger NASCAR sitting in seventh, tied, or not seventh, sorry, second, tied with Dead Text Message at 107 points. DDL for Alfa Romeo in fourth, and Snooker hanging on to fifth. Could be anyone's race, though, so we'll see what happens. It's very easy to make errors here under the bright lights as we get the formation lap started. The Haas of Tiger NASCAR will lead the pack away. As they get out onto the track and start getting the tires warmed up. You can see the car is weaving back and forth, getting the heat into the tires. It makes a humongous difference on the race start there. With a little bit of speed and a little bit of lateral movement, you can get some heat into the tires, get them a little more sticky. Bit of a gap between the front half and the back half of the grid. You can see the water under the bridge there. It is a very technical and tricky circuit, but it is a nice one. Especially after the changes they've made to a couple of the corners. One chicane had a gigantic curb that used to collect some cars. Predictive Pit Stop Strategies brought to you by AWS. A 2-stop, medium, soft, medium, or a 1-stop, medium to hard. So we'll see what kind of pace these guys have and how that plays out on their tire strategies. I know it's very easy to make that pit stop number go up if you happen to make contact with a wall or a car or something of the sort. As the cars come around the final corner, got an Alfa Romeo sitting on the... Oh, it looks like both the Alfa Romeos disqualified. I did miss that. So they'll be sitting there on cold tires as the final few cars round turn 23 and get ready for lights out. Alright, the cars are set. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. We're racing here at the Marina Bay circuit here in Singapore. As the cars head into turn 1, Hammer making... Oh, and there's contact between Tiger and Hammer. Cars sliding everywhere. We got a safety car. Zareska. Oh, there's multiple collisions happening. Penalties all over the place. Nitwit, Zareska, Mopawa. All sorts of penalties here. Luckily didn't have any retirements, but Hammer missing the entire right half of his wing. That Racing Point of Mopawa missing his wing. Some early unscheduled pit stops here on the first lap of the Singapore Grand Prix. Dead text message taking over first place from NASCAR, but we're gonna have a couple laps of safety car here. Some action right off the bat for the race fans. Zareska missing a bunch of wing. It looks like the way to go is gonna be the 2-stop. Soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard, using all the compounds. We'll see if the rain stays away. Whoa! Zareska getting a little hot there. Mopawa making a spin. Completely missing the whole front part of his wing now. Some major chaos here on the opening lap. Well, some quick track facts. The Marina Bay circuit opened in 2008. It's been used in Formula One since then. We haven't been back for a couple years, obviously due to COVID, making everything difficult. The track totaling 5.063 kilometers or 3.146 miles for the Americans. A total of 23 turns. And former Haas driver Kevin Magnussen holding on to the track record from 2018 with a 141.905. So we'll see if we can get some drivers close to that during the race. 4 drivers have come into the pits so far. Getting new wings, getting new tires. Mopawa serving a penalty. Opting for the hards. Interesting strategy. And he comes out of the pit box. So we'll cruise on up to the front here, which we got all sorts of stuff. The grid is very backwards right now. Alright, dead text message hanging on to first position. I'm hoping the grid works itself out shortly. Followed by Feeman, Murfala, and the Rob at the front of the pack. I don't believe anybody else has wing damage now. I think everybody that's got mixed up in any of that stuff is alright. Everyone's trying to catch up here now. Hammer on a brand new set of mediums. Quite a few position changes since the start. 5 drivers total making pit stops. No outstanding penalties now after their pit stops. I guess we'll keep the tires up there just to show everybody how old they are, what kind of strategies guys can work off of. Alright, looks like the... Oh no, we do still have a few cars left to get caught up. It looks like the timing screen has worked the bugs out. Mo Powa. Oh, you can see actually raindrops. If I saw that correctly. Maybe not. Maybe it was just a glitch on the screen there. Looks like it's still dry. I thought I seen some rain, which would have made things a little more interesting. Not that it hasn't been already. A little bit of craziness right off the bat here. Mercedes safety car. Getting these cars around the track at a timely manner. We've had 2 full laps under the safety car almost, so I imagine it'll be coming in this lap. But I could be wrong. The lights will be off shortly if that is the case. As they come in underneath the overpass. Alright, lights are still on, so we will have another lap under the safety car. That'll give Cowboy time to pony up to the back of the pack. Everyone doing a decent job keeping their distance here. Team B7 getting some heat into those tires. I imagine the pack is caught up now. This will be the last lap onto the safety car, almost guaranteed. Well, that is rain falling. There's rain coming down on the circuit, so this could get interesting. The slicks do not like this track when it's wet, even in the slightest. If it stays as it is, it could be okay, but they may need to be thinking of some alternate tire strategies. We're up back at the front here with Dead Text Message and the Williams. As they come through turn 11 and 12 up to 13 and on to the bridge over the bay. Race control has confirmed the safety car is in this lap. Oh, and the Alfa Romeo almost in the back. Dead Text Message does have the ability to set the pace for the grid. As long as he keeps a decently steady pace, he can go as fast or slow as he wants. Letting the safety car get ahead a little bit, but not too much actually. Surprisingly, the guys usually back it up significantly more than this. V-Man ready to get racing. He's putting the pressure on a dead text message, but he cannot pass him until the timing line. And there they go. A few collisions at the start there. Could be due to the speed of the front runner. But the cars are away, and we're racing. On board with the Lone Wolf as he hangs on a P9 for the Renault. We'll have a couple laps until DRS is available. Looks like the Rob making a move on Murfula. NASCAR getting by Texas Rooster. Gaps are going to be pretty close here, so I'm trying to keep an eye on all of them. DDL hunting down Lone Wolf here. Murfula under pressure from Snooker. As they get under the bridge, you can see the rain falling. I'm curious to see just how... We caught up to him really quick there. Snooker putting the pressure on the AlphaTauri. As you can see the raindrops across the TV camera. Mo Powa making up a spot down there on Texas Route. Oh no, and Snooker loses it. Oh, that was close. Oh man, he's making it worse. Oh, just chaos. I missed it. Snooker trying to get out of there. Oh, and Hammer almost hitting him. We got a VSC, virtual safety car. No doubt caused by that little bit of pandemonium under the overpass. As we get a few cars coming in. Oh, and some bumping there. Zareska collision with Hammer as they were coming into the pits. Zareska calling it a race. Retiring as the team fixes his car. But they'll leave him in the pit box. One Red Bull out so far. Dead text message hanging on to P1. Virtual safety car is over. We are gone green. See some of the gaps back here. Keep an eye on some of these guys. M Rager putting the pressure on Team B7. Shouldn't be too long and we'll have the DRS open, allowing for some more overtakes here. We got a few penalties on the grid there. Fee-Man, the Rob, and Murfula. Hammer as well. I believe they're all stop-go penalties. DRS is enabled. Yeah, they're all 5 seconds, so it looks like these guys are going to have to serve these penalties in the pit. I'll sit on board with V-Man here just to make sure. We got a crashed Haas there. V-Man, Team B7, and M Rager. M Rager opting for the intermediates. Wondering if he sees something that we don't. I haven't got an update from the pit wall, but M Rager might be onto something potentially. Lone Wolf making up a spot on Ulick. Try to keep an eye on these gaps here. Uhlich trying to keep the pressure on the Renault of Lone Wolf. He wants that position back. I've seen it very often where drivers will opt for the intermediates, but it's not quite wet enough to get those tires to work the way that they're supposed to. So it's very curious to see how M. Rager plays this out. You can still see rain coming down, but it doesn't look too excessive right now. There isn't any standing water. DDL taking a 3-second time penalty in the Alfa Romeo for exceeding track limits. The stewards obviously handing out a couple warnings prior to, as they come around turn 23. And Murfila diving into the pits. Lone Wolf 144.887, current fastest lap. As Murfila loses a couple spots. Those softs obviously are a little worn out there, so the top 5 soft runners should be pitting anytime now. Murfila opting for the mediums. Oh. And M. Rager is losing time significantly on those intermediates. Tiger NASCAR 141.268. It looks like M. Rager probably not too impressed with his engineers, but he'll hop back on a brand new set of mediums, get that Ferrari back out on track. Looks like Raimai closing in on the back of the Rob. Few cars back there. DRS open. We got a bit of a DRS train. Nitwit hunting down the Racing Point. Oh! I missed that. Unfortunately, the Rob going right through the turn and Raimai into the wall. We got a VSC that brings out a VSC. Rob trying to get himself out of the runoff. My apologies, folks, I didn't catch that one. I didn't see if the Rob... Oh man, and Snooker going wide. DRS enabled. We're back racing. Green flags. I don't know if Raimai and the Rob came together at that turn or what the scoop was, but some chaos nonetheless. Raimai, I mean, kind of lucky it was at his pit time, but lost a lot of positions there in that accident. The Rob following him through the pits. No, I didn't notice that. V-Man getting by Texas Rooster in the Mercedes. Hammer making up a spot on Snooker. V-Man making a move on Mo Powa, and he takes the inside line, pushes his way through, elbows out. The Alfa Romeo is away in 7th position. Dead text message hanging on to first place. Oh, we got another crash between Mo Powa and Texas Rooster. Missing the entire front end of the Racing Point. And we got another VSC. This is the front wings actually in decent shape there on the Mercedes, but I think the third VSC, I believe, this race. DDL getting a drive-through, speeding under the VSC, didn't keep his delta down. That is probably one of the worst penalties you can take in Formula One. You essentially got to drive. You got to drive through the pit, so you're taking like a 20 to 30 second penalty, and you cannot stop in your pit box. So you don't get fresh tires, you don't get a fresh wing. It's definitely a tough penalty to take. And Mo Powa now opting for the intermediates. We saw that earlier with M. Rager, if I recall correctly, and that wasn't the strategy to take, but DDL crossing the pit line. Another 5-second penalty. Majorly unfortunate. He's racking them up right now. We'll cruise on back towards the front here. Fee-Man looking to make up a spot on Nitwit in the Williams. Lone Wolf hanging on to first position as Dead Text Message had to pit for a new set of softs. Ulick also hanging out in P2. We'll hop on board here with Fee-Man as he's... Ooh, maybe we'll cruise back down to Hammer as well. No, back up to Fee-Man. The rain does look like it's coming down pretty good. Nitwit losing the back end. And Fee-Man will cruise by him into turn 1 as he shuts the wing. Making up a spot in a P4 there. Team B7 not too far behind, as he'll have DRS as well. The rain must not be too bad just quite yet, as DRS is still available to the drivers. Oh, almost in the back of the Williams there. Team B7 getting on the gearbox of Nitwit. Great racing here today. Cobain right behind, looking to make a move on his teammate Snooker with the help of DRS. I don't know if he'll do it. Using up some electrical energy as well. Won't quite get there. A good old Lando Ricardo battle here. Cruise back up here to Team B7. Still sticking on the back of the Williams there. Nitwit pulling away a little bit. Gotta keep an eye on the gaps here. Try not to miss anything. Cobain getting DRS down the bridge. Won't be enough though. Snooker getting a good exit. Oh, almost in the back of his teammate. Manages to save it there. He's getting antsy, he wants to get by him. Team B7 right on the back of Nitwit still. He's sitting right behind him here, so he's going to get DRS down this other section, which could work out quite well in his favor. If he gets a good exit here, we'll hop on board the Red Bull. Definitely gaining, but I don't think he's going to catch him. We got a spun Ferrari, I believe. Looks like he came out unscathed though. Team B7 didn't make up a spot. Still pushing hard though as they're about to come on the bridge. It's not a very long DRS section, but you can definitely get an overtake done. We got a spin, I believe, down here. Mo Powa in the wall. I think, oh no, he is okay. The car isn't, though. M. Rager getting a 3-second time penalty. Mo Powa needing to make another pit stop, unfortunately. Ulick finally pitting on lap 13, getting a new set of mediums. Murphy and the AlphaTauri sticking it to the back of their sister team Red Bull. As Ulick's just coming out of the pits now. He'll lose a couple spots, but he's coming out on a brand new set of hards. Oh, Murphy gets by. Mo Powa retiring in the pits. Getting a good exit. He's coming up on Nitwit in a hurry as they go into the braking zone side by side. The Williams goes wide. Murphy making up a spot. Team B7 putting the pressure on. Great move by the AlphaTauri as he secures 4th position for the time being. Yellow sector 2, we got a Ferrari off track. Oh no, that is Hammer, the current first place driver in the championship, losing the entire front end of his car on only 6-lap-old mediums, causing a VSC. He'll get that debris cleaned up off the track. He'll need to dive into the pits here as he bumps the wall. He's definitely going to need to rethink his tire strategy, unfortunately. Hammer diving into the pits. Right away here, losing a few spots. The VSC is gone. Team B7 still trying to make up a spot on Nitwit. Gets DRS here early in the corner. Nitwit probably using some fuel and some ERS as they come into the braking zone. Oh, Team B7 cut. Oh no! Nitwit right into the back of him. Blows off a big chunk of carbon fiber there. As the Red Bull speeds away. Majorly unfortunate for Nitwit in the Williams. Okay. All right, Cobain. Oh, huge crash. Snooker into the wall. A Mercedes and Snooker really getting into it there. Completely destroyed the McLaren. Surprisingly not a safety car as it's almost completely blocked the track. Oh! And M. Rager straight into the wall. As Texas comes around, you can see the Ferrari there. Not sure what happened with M. Rager. Looks like he drove straight into the wall. Surprisingly not a safety car, as we've had two cars right within a couple corners of each other crash out, but Nitwit also opting for the intermediates. once again, it's trying to find that fine line of which tire to use as Nitwit goes wide. I think he lost some more carbon fiber. Oh no! Nitwit losing an end plate. It's going to suffer some serious downforce just as he came out of the pits. Another unscheduled pit stop in the Williams future. Dead text message currently hanging on to first position. He did drop a couple after his pit stop, but he's gained them back. My apologies, I didn't notice. I believe that was after Lone Wolf and Ulick pitted. The gaps have opened up significantly on track now with a few DNFs and such. 4 cars off the grid so far. 15 drivers remain here, about halfway through the Singapore Grand Prix. Spaceman in the wall. Majorly unfortunate for the Black Arrow. Trying to see if he's got some serious damage or not. It looks like his wing is okay. He may be able to continue without needing a pit stop. He may have come out unscathed there. He might have just lost the back end and managed to keep it out of the wall. Looks like the car isn't suffering too bad. We got a Williams off. Nitwit spun in the underneath the overpass there as he'll cruise around into the pits. I missed a Texas Rooster losing a spot. Dead text message, 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Getting a little wide in the corners there. Nitwit diving into the pits. Be curious to see if he goes off of that intermediate strategy or not. The rain's still coming down here in Marina Bay. Spaceman staying out there. The Mercedes doing okay. We're on with the front runner here. Dead text message. Sorry. About a 7-second gap over the P2. Murfla 7 seconds back of Feeman. DDL on similarly worn tires as Cobain in the McLaren. Closest gap on track right now, so we might stick on board here for a second, see if DDL can close that gap a little bit here. Looks like he did significantly. He's almost within DRS range, and he is. Closed up about 5/10 there in half a lap or less. Great driving by DDL in the Alfa Romeo. As he gets DRS, we'll hop on board with him as he makes the McLaren a sitting duck. Good exit there. Cobain not giving up too easy. But DDL hanging on to 7th position at the moment. Looking to open up that gap a little bit, get it out of DRS range of the McLaren. Well, I know you can see it on the screen, but we'll give you a little recap here. Oh, dead text message diving into the pits. He's going to lose a few positions here. Curious to see. So we've got some drivers on 10-lap old mediums. So what is Deadman gonna do? Dead text message. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying that. Going on to the mediums. New set of mediums for dead text message to finish it out. Lone Wolf taking a 5-second speeding in the pit lane penalty for Renault. Must have had some damage. He is. They're swapping the front wing there. He had new hards, but Going on the sauce to finish it out by the looks of it. That'll be a long stretch, I think. Well, I don't think there's any way he's going to make it 14 laps, roughly. Maybe he's a Sergio Perez of the Midwest Formula One Championship. Going to stretch those tires till the end of the race. Anything's possible, though. Spaceman, after he pitted, went on a new set of intermediates. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. As Fee-Man, the front runner, makes it by Spaceman. Murfila, Lone Wolf taking another 3-second penalty. Getting some heat, trying to get some heat into those softs. Murfila sitting in P2, about 6 seconds back of Fee-Man. Team B7 for Red Bull Honda in P3. Dead text message sitting in P4. Ulick in the Haas. Oh, Fee-Man's taking a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Coming in a little too hot. Murfila also pitting as well. We'll see what those guys decide to come out with for tires. New mediums for Fee-Man. New mediums for Murfila. Ulick coming around onto the pit straight. He might make up a position or two as the guys are exiting the pits. Fee-Man manages to get out there, but Murfila not quite fast enough. DDL in the pits for the Alfa Romeo team. Let's see what his guys are waiting with. They got softs. He's going with the softs for another 12 laps or so, serving a 5-second penalty. Now the guys will get working on it. Quick pit stop for Alfa Romeo. Hammer sitting in P11, sorry. Texas Rooster sitting in P12. P13 is Raimai. Nitwit sitting in P14 for... Oh, we got a spun car here. I should have went the other way. Texas Rooster missing a big chunk of wing there. It's going to be an unscheduled pit stop for Mercedes. I mean, I guess if you were going to do it, good thing it was right near the entrance to the pits. Lone Wolf right on the back of his teammate, the Rob. Let's stick on board this teammate battle here for a second. The rain's still coming down for the majority of the race, but doesn't seem quite heavy enough for guys to be swapping out. The Rob moving out of the way or losing the back end. I can't quite tell, but he will concede the position to Lone Wolf. As Tiger NASCAR, the fastest driver in qualifying, closing in on the back of the Rob as well. NASCAR on the hards, looking to stretch those right till the end. Oh, looks like Texas Rooster is just coming out of the pits there. Must have been... Oh, my apologies. He's getting blue flagged. That was the issue. I didn't notice that the blue flags were out. Cobain going for a new set of mediums to finish out the race. We'll hop through and see what we got for pit stops here. We got a few 3-stoppers, partially due to damage, I believe. But that happens here, as I said earlier, very common in Singapore. It's a difficult technical track, easy to damage the car. NASCAR right on the back of the Rob. slightly falling out of DRS range, but he's working hard to get back in there. My apologies, I missed it. Rooster making up a spot on Nitwit. As Nitwit dives into the pits, he must have had some damage. Murfula trying to make up a spot on Ulick. Gets a good exit here. DRS. But he didn't go for the move. Oh, now he does. Dives down the inside. Takes the line. Makes it stick. Lick the stamp and send it. Murfula down the inside to take P3. The Rob only 7/10 back of his teammate. NASCAR just under a second. Oh, we got Cobain off. Bit of a spin there. Ah, missing a big chunk of wing right at the start of the lap. Majorly unfortunate for the McLaren. NASCAR right on the gearbox of the Rob. They're both going to have DRS though, so they won't really have a huge advantage. Spaceman taking a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh, we got a spun. Oh no! Spaceman losing it. Completely blowing off the whole front end of his car. That'll be another unscheduled pit stop, unfortunately. Hop on board back with this battle here for P7. Tiger NASCAR not giving up. The Rob blocking quite well. Oh, but he dives into the pits. Spaceman retired on track, I believe. Oh no, I think he crashed there, unfortunately. Spaceman out of the race. Only one Mercedes left. The Lone Wolf going for a new set of intermediates. Craziness. Tire strategies are all over the map tonight during the Singapore Grand Prix. Intermediates, back to slicks, back to intermediates. Penalties, all sorts of stuff. Great racing here in Marina Bay. The Rob getting a new set of softs. Tiger NASCAR moving up into P6 as the Renault's pitted. He's making those hards work for him. Be interesting to see if he pushes them right till the end. Dead text message hanging on to first position right now with a 7.5 second gap for the Williams team. Raimai making up a spot as Cobain comes out of the pits. DDL hunting down Tiger NASCAR. The Alfa Romeo trying to catch up to the Haas. It does look like it's getting a little slick out there. Guys are definitely not carrying the speed they normally do, but oh, Tiger cutting the corner there. 3-second penalty. 6 drivers right now with penalties on the grid. 11 seconds total for DDL. That's a big gap. Oh no, we got a Renault in the wall. No wing left on that car. Good thing he's only got a few turns left to the pit. He'll have to dive in there, unfortunately. We got a... Oh, Raimai was in the wall as well just before the bridge. As as he gets by Cobain. Cobain's missing wing too. I don't know what the heck's going on here. Oh yeah, Raimai's missing an end plate. Pandemonium here. Oh no, Texas Rooster out of the race. Mercedes is done here in Singapore. Tiger NASCAR coming up on the crash. Oh, right through the wall. Right through the corner into the wall. No safety cars, surprisingly. I think the game has had some glitches lately, unfortunately. But we'll leave that as it is. DDL still in the hunt for that 6th position. Oh, we got another spun Renault. Lone Wolf missing an end plate. Cooking those new mediums. This has not been an easy race for the drivers of the the Midwest, as Raimai gets into the side of Cobain. Rob missing an end plate on the brand new softs. It's going to cause him to come into the pits for a set of tires that are probably used. Majorly unfortunate here in Singapore for quite a few teams and drivers alike. Majorly unfortunate, but this is racing, unfortunately. Raimai only a second back. Cobain opening up a little bit there. They're both missing wings, so they are going to have to pit. Cobain, unfortunately, brand new set of soft compound tires as well, so he's going to have to hop onto a set of different tires. Hopefully he's got a new set of softs. That would be handy. He's sticking out there. As is Raimai. They're just going to push these cars till the end of the race. Another spun Renault of the Rob, completely blowing apart the whole front end of his car. New fresh tires mixed with the rain does not help getting heat into those. The blankets help to an extent, but obviously not enough, as cars have crashed a few times coming out of the pits there, struggling to get heat into them. Majorly unfortunate. Raimai all over the back of Cobain. Looking to get that spot from him here. They pretty much got identical wings, just smashed on opposite sides. One car will be better in one turn and one car in the next. Raimai falling back a little bit here. Dead text message with an 11-second lead over Feeman. We'll check the penalties here. 3 for dead text message, 5 for Feeman, none for Murfula, but unless he gets a little bit closer, that won't help him out. Team B7 sitting in 4th. Ulick in 5th. DDL in 6th. My apologies, I missed that pass. DDL was behind Tiger, but he got by him on the fresher, soft tires. Tiger NASCAR sitting in 7th position. He started the race in 1st. So we'll see where he ends up here. Hammer, the current leader in the standings, sitting in P8, almost losing the back end of the Ferrari. The Rob sitting in P9. Missing a generous portion of his front wing. Cobain sitting in P10, Raimai P11, Nitwit in P12, and Lone Wolf in P13 as Team B7 takes a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Get a little wide on the corners there. Gaps are opening up quite a bit. Closest on track right now is Team B7 to the back of his sister AlphaTauri. Just over a second back, almost getting into DRS range, which the rain has stayed steady enough to not make the track too wet as far as taking away DRS, but it's definitely made it a challenge for the drivers, more so than Singapore already was. 6 drivers failed to complete the race, unfortunately. It is a tricky one. Team B7 closing in within, oh, maybe not. He's just outside of DRS range. Is he going to get in there? I don't think he is. He doesn't, no. Not quite close enough to Murphala to get in there. DDL stopping in the pits, as is Raimai. DDL giving up a spot to Tiger NASCAR. Going for a new set of mediums, but I don't think he'll be able to close that gap up. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty as well. I feel like it'd be pretty safe to say that Tiger's going to run these hards till the end of the race. We've got 4 laps remaining here in Marina Bay. A lot of different stop strategies today. We'll check that out quick. Again, 5 stops total for Lone Wolf. He's had a heck of a time here. It's a difficult track. Very easy to hit a wall or another car. Very easy to lose traction in multiple spots. It's just a difficult track all around. Lone Wolf still hanging on to P12. Nitwit also on a 5-stop strategy. Oh, we got a crashed Renault, the Rob. Couldn't make it in the overpass there, which is a very common place to crash. And yet another driver out of this race. Three laps remaining here in Singapore. Quite a few 3 stops. Ulick on a 1-stop. Pushing that Haas to the limit. His teammate Tiger NASCAR 13 seconds behind on a similar strategy in Waze. Ulick sitting on a 1-stop, pretty impressive. Dead text message still hanging on to P1. Team B7 on the gearbox of Ulick as they come close to the bridge DRS zone. Is B7 gonna make a move here? They're on the similarly worn tires. Murphala losing the back end a bit. Team B7 pushing hard, not using any ERS surprisingly. I thought he was going to use some to try to get the move done, but plays it safe. Hangs back. Two laps remain here at Marina Bay. You can see people up on the Ferris wheel there watching the race. It is quite a spectacle here under the lights. But Dead Text Message is putting on a clinic here, doing a very good job of keeping clean. currently on a 2-stop strategy, as is a few guys. The top 4 are also on 2-stoppers. Very similarly worn tires. Team B7 only half a second back as he gets DRS, but Murfula gets a fantastic exit. Oh, Red Bull taps the wall. Goes deep. Might be in his own head. Team B7 still within attacking range. Front wing looks intact on the Red Bull. Oh no, and the Red Bull hits the wall just before the bridge. I think that'll be the end of Team B7's push for the podium. Unfortunately, here in the closing laps of the Singapore Grand Prix, Cobain taking a 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane on the exit. Oh, and he spun as well. Did the wall collect his wing? It did. Brand new set of tires on the exit and loses it. As the leader, dead text message comes in, hunting down the back marker of Cobain. He's getting the blue flag shown to him. DDL making up a spot on Hammer. Nitwit taking a 3-second time penalty. The Ferrari just not quite doing that. Oh, he's on 14 lap old hard tires. My apologies. The Ferrari just having a difficult time here in the rainy conditions of Singapore. One of the, if not the hardest track on the grid. Maybe besides Monaco, potentially. We got a spun. Oh, and Cobain into the wall at the end of the bridge. Smashed car. 1 lap remaining here in Singapore. Nitwit right behind Lone Wolf, looking up to make a position here, get himself into the top 10 on the final lap of the race. The heavy rain stayed away long enough. 8 drivers total not finishing the race. Nitwit within DRS range here. Can he use those fresher tires to the advantage? Lone Wolf getting a good exit. Lone Wolf going wide. It's definitely getting slick out there. He is closing in on him here. We'll stick on board of this battle till the end. What's gonna happen? Oh, the back end getting a little loose on the Renault. Tries to go around the outside but doesn't quite do it. I think Lone Wolf will fend him off here. Alright, as dead text message cruising around the final corner. as the fireworks go off here in Singapore. Dead text message and Williams taking the win here at the Singapore Grand Prix. Nitwit trying to make up a spot here at the line, and he won't quite do it. Fee-Man coming across to share in the 5-second unserved penalty there for Fee-Man. I don't think it'll make a huge difference. Alfa Romeo taking the second step of the podium. Team B7, 3-second time penalty exceeding track limits. He was trying to catch the AlphaTauri, but he didn't quite get there. Murfula taking the third step of the podium. Raimai parked in a dangerous location. He was slowed down too much, unfortunately. That'll disqualify the racing point. Moving a few guys up a position. Tiger spinning across the line in spectacular fashion. His teammate coming across. Ulick on the one stop, which I missed as well. My apologies. Tiger getting by his teammate. DDL coming across the line in P7. And the first place in the standings, Hammer and Ferrari coming across in P8. And that'll do it here for Season 3 of the Midwest Formula One Championship. Nothing but excitement here in Singapore. Driver of the day going to Team B7 Racing and Red Bull. Congratulations to the winner, Dead Text Message. As the Williams driver takes the top step of the podium. Cool to see a Canadian up there as everyone gets sprayed with champagne. Fantastic driving by everyone today. A few upsets, unfortunately, but that's just the way she goes. Dead Text Message taking the win. Fee-Man taking second for Alfa Romeo. Third goes to Murfula in the AlphaTauri. Team B7 taking the Driver of the Day award and fourth place here. Tiger NASCAR taking the fastest lap with a 141.268 and sealing fifth position. Ulick taking P6, so that's a 5-6 for Haas. DDL going P7, Hammer P8, P9 to Lone Wolf, and P10 to Nitwit. Cobain in P11 with the DNF. Also, the rest of the DNFs: Rob, Texas Rooster, Spaceman, M. Rager, Snooker, Mopawa, Zareska, and Raimai. A very difficult track. A lot of chaos here in Singapore, but great driving nonetheless. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time, we're signing off here at the Midwest Formula One Series.